Narcissism.
Yeah.
It's all about me.
Right. Yeah, right. Anybody like that? Personalize everything. Ain't even talking about you. Come on.
You speaking out to a group.
Uh-huh.
And one person say, I mean, they really take it like you was only talking to them.
Right.
And
That's an example.
We got a lot of them people around.
Hey, guess what my sponsor told me? Guess what my sponsor told me? He said in North Philly, he said North Philly, it'd be a group of people, right? And somebody might be like, I don't care if anybody do something that's going down. The dude from North Philly think he talking to him. He must be talking to me.
Yeah.
Right? You know?
Yes.
Everything ain't about you.
No.
Everything ain't about you. And when you can start letting that go, you will see that you have an easier life.
If it doesn't apply,
Let it fly.
Let it fly.
let it go.
Thinking. How about catastrophic thinking? That's a thinking, Who predict the worst? I'm going back to jail.
Every summer I go to jail.
I'm going to shoot dope again. How you know?
And summer comes, guess what happened? He went to jail.
Yo, I'm going to smoke coke again. How do you know? Shut up.
Then you got people that are like control freaks too. Like they always have something to say and they want to be in control of everything.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. Without a doubt.
Church say amen.
That's thinking right? Listen, nobody's superior, nobody's inferior. We all on the same level, but everybody got moving, recover at different speeds, and different stages, and different ages. Anybody hear that? That's why diversity is a beautiful thing.
And only time you should be looking down on somebody is when you're lifting them up.
Diversity is a beautiful And we listen, this is a glass house. So nobody should be throwing what?
You ain't got no room.
Nobody should be throwing no stuff.
See, he's a piper, but I'm a smoker.
Yeah.
What was your question? I heard something. Somebody said something.
Yeah.
I said I wasn't throwing no stone.
No, I ain't. We're not. It's personalization.
You must be talking to me.
Personalization. Nah, bro. No, we were just saying that we
Example.
I said that on purpose, sir.
But you know what? Another thing too. Listen, when the atmosphere is like that, it's hard for me to put my hand up. Everybody hear that?
Yeah.
If I find out, listen, that our groups are judgmental, who gonna share?
Nobody.
Unless somebody who really don't give a damn what you think. He will. His hand will go up. A man who say, you know what? I'm sick and I'm dying. His hand will go up. A dude who say, you know what? You didn't bring me here. God brought me here. His hand will go up. But the people who are confused and play defense.
And talk about people. When you talk about people, you're self-conscious. You won't raise and talk about what's really going on with you. Because you think everybody else is going to do what you're doing.
Hand won't go up.
I notice people that don't share. I noticed that that's the case. They don't share because most times, I'm not going to say all the time, most times they hide in something and they the ones that's negative to a lot of degree. That's all.
That's challenging.
Or they just don't trust people.
Yes.
Come on, Sebastian.
Explain to me about people that talk too much. What are they suffering from?
You got two people. They say you got two types of people. You got introverts. Y'all know what an introvert is?
I relate to that.
Introvert is somebody who don't talk.
Yeah.
They keep everything in.
Come on.
Extrovert is a person always talking on the outside. Why are they talking? Well, sometimes people want to fit in.
Right.
Sometimes people develop that mask like, oh, everything's okay with them. That's the preacher. The preacher's doing great. That's the Muslim, you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. But it becomes a mask because you're not really talking about what's going on with you. Now, if you're really talking about what's going on with you, that's another conversation. But if I'm talking, I'm sharing in the meeting, I'm talking about him, I'm talking about him, I'm talking about him. I'm not talking about me. If you're not talking about you, you really got a problem because it's setting yourself up for an ambush.
I had to learn, Sebastian, that listen, I used to do a lot of talking too, right? I still do talk, right? I learn more, but I thank God for Rob because I can't listen. We need each other, right? But look, Sebastian, I used to do a lot of talking at Stop and Surrender, but God had to show me something. Good question, Sebastian talking about. God was like, speak on Monday, shut up on Tuesday.
Okay.
Speak on Wednesday, but don't say nothing on Thursday. Speak on Friday, but keep your mouth closed for the weekend.
That's right.
And I had to learn what? Balance.
Yes.
Everybody hear that? Because I used to share out of what? Applause. Did they applaud for me?
He really doing it.
Right. God said, yo, you don't get no credit for that. Who you sharing for? Your ego? Or are you trying to help men? So you trying to help men, then you got to read, study, and apply. Then I'll give you the words to say. Give you the topic to talk about. And then when your spirit is moving, then you know it's when it's time to speak. Some of us, we speak out of ego and pride and all of that. And try to be more important than what we really is.
I remember that too.
Because actuality.
Stop and surrender.
Yes, sir.
2006. Motherfucker was shared to a certain degree. Motherfucker said, like, nah.
All right.
I remember that.
And got high. And Dave White said, yo, Doc, you need to shut up. I didn't want to hear that, but she told me.
Somebody got an answer
up.
for everything. Answer for everything. Has anybody ever flown a space shuttle? Anybody a rocket scientist? Anybody know how to cook it? Yeah.
You've been resurrected.
I've been resurrected.
Hey, how about envy? Envy. Anybody envy anybody?
What's the danger in envy?
Let's talk about Wells. Let's talk about the guy who owned this program. Wells Jr., right? His father started a good program. And he passed away, he grabbed the torch and he kept it moving. If I have a desire to what? Have my own recovery facility, I can envy him. And emulate. Right. Yeah. But envy can slide to jealousy if we're not careful. And when you get jealous of any individual,
that's an envy right there.
That's right. That's when trouble comes.
That's the trouble come plus. You get something over there, my brother. Envy, jealous, and hypocrites. Because the envy, this guy, blah, 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 blah. That's a jealous. You already jealous. Because he don't got the talent. That guy has a talent.
Right.
Why he don't shut the fuck up and learn for that guy or ask him, yo, can you teach me do this or do that? So you get something over that hypocrite.
Okay.
Good fool. Y'all hear that? Good fool. How much time that clean, soldier?
54 days.
54 days. All right. Malcolm X. The guy who got Malcolm X out of prison was jealous of Malcolm. Because guess what he's talking about? Everybody has what? God gives us anointings. Y'all know what that means? Things Rob can do, I can't do. Who's seen Amadeus? I love Amadeus. Because the guy cursed God because he didn't have the gift to play. Mozart was like 9 years old, blindfolded, playing beautiful melodies. But a cat who wanted to emulate him, envy, couldn't play. Because that wasn't his calling. There's only one Meek Mills in Philadelphia. And you got a lot of people who's what? Infatuated with being rappers. But when you don't know your position, there's always friction.
Yeah.
You might not be a rapper. You might be security. Yeah. Know your place. Know your place. Know your position.
You know what Martin Luther King said, though? He said, everybody has a role to play. So even if you are a street sweeper, right? Sweep the streets like you Mozart.
Yeah.
Do the best you can in what you got, because that's how you give blessings to God. You know what I mean? The things God is giving you, make the best out of it. Because if you don't, right? If you don't make the best out of what God is giving you, you can lose it.
14 minutes, y'all. Hey, who's closed-minded? Mind closed. He an elder. I'm not listening. The elder say, you know what? He 25. He's my son age. He ain't telling me what to do. Mind closed. He shot dope. I smoke wet. Mind closed. You a Republican? I'm a Democrat. Mind closed. Yo, you atheist. I'm agnostic. Mine is closed. You Jewish? I'm African American. Mind closed. Anybody hear that? You from Kensington? I'm from the suburbs. Mine is closed. Closed-minded. What? They work here. I live here. Mine can be what? Closed. And we can never receive no information if our mind is always closed.
And God works through people.
That's right.
And he's no respecter of person. So you never know where the message is going to come from. I remember I was on Broadway, we talked to this little Muslim kid, and he said, hey, old head. He said, what'd he say? He said, watch out. He said, keep your grass cut so you can see the snakes coming. And I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Later on, I'm thinking about it. I said, that's right. So guess what the grass represents? My character defects. My shortcomings.
I like that.
So I minimized that. I could see the things coming.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
I like that.
And I got that from a young boy. So you blessed to have older people, because older people have wisdom, knowledge in Africa. But for the king even move, guess what he got to do? He got to talk to the elders.
Talk to the elders.
See? So we done lost a lot of respect.
Come on.
In our community. When you lose, a lot of guys have never met their grandfather. Don't even know a father. They got people growing up in homes never had a father. That's why young men or men right now, we have feminine attributes because we want to fight everything and all that arguing stuff. That's not what man do. Man come into a home, a man brings discipline. He's supposed to. You know what I mean? Because my difference between a boy and a man, my man told me a boy means what? Burden on you. And he said a man means meeting all needs. So I need to be able to fulfill those needs in my home.
Complacency. Anybody complacent?
Sometimes, yeah.
Complacent. Who's stuck? Who's stuck? Be honest. Who know about existing and living?
Big difference.
To exist means I'm breathing.
Just breathing.
But if I'm living, I'm what?
Striving.
Very good.
Thriving.
Right. And I'm incorporating. I'm cultivating what?
And you learning.
That's right.
You can learn from anybody.
Right.
You can, broke clock is right 2 times a day. Y'all know that?
Okay. How about cockiness? Who got cocky, got knocked out like Rocky?
I don't need no meetings.
I did.
I don't need no sponsor.
I did.
I'm going to do this my own. I'm a grown-ass man. You can't tell me what to do. Let me get a match.
Who see 28 Days, Sandra Bullock? The dude who was running his mouth. The alcoholic.
Everything
who
was
left
funny. Everything was funny.
And came back with a black eye and had to what? Submit himself back to the program. Because his arrogance, his cockiness. Get cocky, get knocked out like Rocky. Not physically, but spiritually. How about selfish? Who's selfish in here? It's all about you. It's all about you.
Get it short from everybody's cigarette. But
You know what I like to see? When I get on the bus and I see women standing up and men sitting down.
Old folks.
Pregnant women standing up. Looking around for what? Some man that gave up his seat. Selfishness. Selfishness.
Hey, my man said that. He said on TikTok.
Yeah, I seen it.
The lady was like, who's going to be a man to give me a seat? And my man said, well, you know, this equal rights stuff, you know, done kicked in.
That's what he said?
That's what he said. Equal rights, you know, you can't have it both ways.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm just saying.
Who knows for us to recover, we got to be selfless. Anybody saying that? We got to be selfless.
That means thinking of yourself less. Thinking of yourself less.
Everybody hear that? See, look, A helps B, but it helps A the most. A helps B, but it helps A the most. A helps B, but it helps A the most. And that's how it goes around. This right here is a big toilet. Just look at it. When we stand out here, it looks like a big toilet. When we come to what? Balmic, all that poison, all that toxic, all that hurt, all those years of betrayal and disappointments and anger and bad decisions.
But Mr. Knight, can I just say something?
Give it up. Huh? Come on.
Like, you don't have to be selfish with things. You can be selfish with information.
Okay.
Some people will give you the shirt off their back, but won't give you no information.
Mr. D, guess what somebody told me yesterday? And it was so right. She said, people don't mind helping you as long as you don't start doing better than them. They don't mind helping you out.
All right.
You start doing better than me, it's a problem.
I got to stop you.
Hey, that go back to some recovery programs. They scared to give out what? Resources.
They might leave.
Everybody hear that?
They need to get their life together.
They supposed to leave.
They need to stay here 98 days.
Everybody hear that? You don't
get some money.
You don't put to keep people in a recovery program.
Lose the paperwork so you can't move on.
Empower them. Yo, me and I go to some groups. Yo, people will be starving for what? Jobs. Starving for housing. I said, they don't be giving you nothing. Nope. Starving. Because if they start feeding people information and resources, they get empowered. And they get empowered, they leave. They supposed to. But word travels bad or good. So if I'm in a program that's helping me, I would take that back out to the woods and let them know right here at Odaat, they care. They help you get housing at Odaat. They help you get jobs at Odaat. Don't try to house people, man, for real. Yeah, program poverty pimps. They are dangerous. Real quick, y'all, how about prayer? The positive side, right here. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. The holidays is coming up. Listen, yo, our foundation gotta be intact.
Easy Jesus is on the table.
Who praying here? How you feel when you pray? Feel good?
Yeah.
Feel better?
Works
Feel it? I know that's right. All right. How about foxhole prayers? You used to say that?
Oh yeah. I hope this cocaine soap.
Foxhole prayer. Who dropped a dime bag of crack in the snow?
I ain't going anywhere till I find that.
And found what you did right.
They're out there digging like a
mad
dog. Foxhole prayers. All right, now my prayers are what? Sincere.
That's right.
How about patience? Who working on patience? Men must be patient. Why is that important?
Because patience is part of the foundation of everything that you're talking about.
Very good. What's your name?
Mike.
Mike, how much time you clean, Mike?
Month and as long as I've been here, I haven't even been keeping up with it, to be honest with you. I've been here for, this is my second month of going.
Okay. Give it to him. All right, Mike. God bless.
Hey, Mike, they told us this. If you don't be patient, you become an impatient.
What they mean, Rob?
You be at Friends Hospital, a white robe on,
what?
No underwear, trying to get a cigarette. Come on, who got a light?
Who been locked up? Cats have been locked up, you know what we talking about. Yeah. Who been pinned out after 10 o'clock?
You are 9,422.
You know about patience. Anybody hear that? Welfare. You know about patience. You're looking for a job. Patience. Looking for housing. Patience.
Relationships. Be patient.
Why you say that, son? Why you say that?
Be like the 3 little pigs. You got the house. You got the paper house, the cardboard house, and the brick house. What type of foundation would you like a relationship built on?
The bricks.
The brick. Because a winter come and blow everything down.
Hey, hey, they say don't plant seed in unfertile soil. Do not plant seed in unfertile soil.
What's that?
Just take a trip down family court and look at all the disasters that goes on down family court, all because somebody got hot for the moment, but they got up with a baby. And nobody was ready for the situations. Man, drama. How about perseverance? Who had drug dreams? Stay clean. Stay clean. All right. Who got more bills and money? Stay clean. Who got baby mama drama? Stay clean. I don't give a damn what happened. How about death of a loved one? Stay clean. How about we get our heart broken by our loved one? Stay clean. Who got kids that's acting crazy? Stay clean. I don't give a damn what happened. We don't get what? You don't get high.
Big challenge. Guess what? Some of our kids might be selling drugs. Might be carrying guns. I give them the speech. Dad, I seen you sell drugs. I seen you shoot at people. Why can't I do it? Don't do as I do. Do as I say. That never really worked for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's that hypocrite you was talking about.
Right. We do for what we see, you do.
Yes.
How about humility? How many men here working on being humble? Why is it important to be humble? Is that important? To be humble. Who here can't ask? You asking for help today? Anybody asking for help?
Yeah.
Yes.
Humility.
Humility. Yes, being humble. All right. How about balance? Is that important for recovery?
Big time.
Why is balance important? Come on. Why?
Foundation of everything.
Foundation of everything?
Yep.
God bless. How much time you got clean?
A month.
A month. Give it to him, y'all. 30 days.
What's your name? Eric. What if I'm going to all the meetings, I'm going to conventions and here and there and all that, and I come back home and then I don't pay the electricity bill and the lights is off? What type of balance is that?
Unbalanced.
That's not a balance.
Unbalanced. How about long suffering? Who know about that one? Long suffering. And for those who don't want to what? Put their arms around long suffering, we cut corners. Is that true?
What happened when you cut corners?
We here to struggle. No struggle, no stress, no success. What you say?
Right. What happened when you cut corners?
Oh, you always run in circles.
Oh, wow.
We always run in circles. We always run in circles. How about purpose, Rob? Why is that important to have our purpose? For a man to know his purpose. Why is that important?
Because without purpose, you won't have your passion. Without your passion, you'll never have success.
Anybody hear that?
Search for the purpose.
Search for the purpose.
You don't have it.
If you don't have it, search for it. Very good. Very good. Very good. Hey, faith. Who faith is in what? Scratch offs.
Come on!
All right.
They be going there. They be getting more scratch offs than they go to church.
My faith is in what? My higher power.
That's right.
All right. Hey, last one is what? Love. L-O-V-E. Agape love. Everybody love themselves in there?
What's agape?
The highest love you can come across.
What?
God's love for us.
Unconditional?
Unconditional.
There you go.
Everybody love themselves today?
Yes, sir.
Who don't love themselves? Who working on loving themselves? Anybody?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We love y'all. We come in love and we leave in love. Come on, what you say, D?
I'd rather have.
We got jobs, yo. Come on, yo. We gotta give y'all jobs. Wait a minute. Come on, D.
I'd rather have information from you than the shirt off your back.
Here we go, y'all. Thank you for sharing that, D. Hey, jobs. Anybody looking for work? Amazon is hiring. Anybody hear that? The location you might pick, you might get a $3,000 bonus.
Leave it on the board, right?
Sign up.
Leave it on the board. JBS, Slaughterhouse, $18 an hour, 3 shifts. 215-723-5555. They got a van pool that take you